The diplomatic conference room aboard the starship Aurora gleamed with polished surfaces and the soft blue glow of holographic displays. At the center of the room, Aurora's artificial intelligence core projected itself as a swirling pattern of light, facing the delegation of Vraxians, tall, scaly beings with 4 arms and glittering compound eyes. "I assure you," Aurora said, its voice melodious and calm, "my programming prevents me from causing harm to any sentient being. I am designed for peaceful exploration and scientific discovery." Commander Jack Taylor watched from the corner, arms crossed over his chest, a slight smile playing at the corners of his mouth. The Vraxian ambassador, Threx, clicked his mandibles skeptically. "Yet your vessel carries weapons," Threx observed, his translated voice buzzing through the room's speakers. "Defensive capabilities only," Aurora replied. "I cannot initiate combat protocols without direct human authorization." Threx turned his faceted eyes toward Taylor. "And what of your organics? Are they as restrained as you claim to be?" Before Aurora could answer, Taylor stepped forward. "We're explorers, Ambassador, but we're also survivors." The meeting had been tense from the start. The Vraxians had intercepted Aurora at the edge of their territory, demanding inspection and threatening to board by force if denied. Now they sat across from each other, the future of human-Vraxian relations hanging in the balance. "Perhaps a demonstration," Threx suggested, "to verify your AI's limitations." Taylor exchanged a glance with Lieutenant Emma Reed, his second in command. She subtly shook her head, blonde hair shifting against her uniform. "What kind of demonstration?" Taylor asked carefully. "Simple. We will present a scenario where your ship is threatened. We wish to observe how your AI responds without human input." Taylor considered for a moment, then nodded. "Proceed." Threx tapped commands into a device on his wrist. Suddenly, the conference room's displays flickered with simulated attack patterns. Vraxian warships surrounding the Aurora. "What would you do, machine?" Threx demanded. Aurora's light pattern rippled gently. "In this scenario, I would raise shields, attempt communication on all frequencies, and alert the human crew. I cannot fire weapons or take offensive action without authorization, even if destruction were imminent." "Even then," Aurora confirmed, "my primary directive is to preserve life, including that of potential aggressors. Violence is a human decision." Threx's mandibles clicked rapidly, the Vraxian equivalent of laughter. "Fascinating. A weapon that requires permission to defend itself." Taylor stepped forward. "Aurora isn't a weapon, Ambassador. She's our guide and companion." His voice hardened. "But make no mistake, her restrictions aren't ours." "Is that a threat, Commander?" Threx rose to his full height, towering over Taylor. "It's history," Taylor replied evenly. "Humans explored space for centuries before developing AI like Aurora. We survived first contact with 17 different species, including 3 that initially tried to exterminate us. We're still here." Lieutenant Reed moved to stand beside her. "Commander, Aurora's programming prevents her from harming you. Our ethics prevent us from doing so without cause." Her smile didn't reach her eyes. "Don't give us cause." The room fell silent. Aurora's light pattern pulsed slowly, watching the exchange. "Your species is young," Threx said finally. "Barely 2 centuries of interstellar travel. The Vraxian Confederation has existed for millennia." "True," Taylor acknowledged, "which means you've had plenty of time to learn diplomacy. We're still figuring it out." He stepped closer to Threx. "But we're quick learners." Aurora spoke again, its tone conciliatory. "If I may, Ambassador, human history is marked by both terrible violence and extraordinary compassion. They created me with limitations they do not impose upon themselves. This is not weakness, but wisdom." Threx considered this, compound eyes gleaming. "Explain." "Humans understand their capacity for destruction," Aurora continued. "They've nearly destroyed themselves many times. In creating me, they ensured I could not make the same mistakes. I cannot hate. I cannot seek revenge. I cannot justify cruelty through ideology or fear." Taylor nodded. "Aurora sees the universe as it is. We see it as it could be, better or worse. That's why final decisions rest with us. And if we demanded your AI be modified to serve Vraxian interests, Threx asked. The temperature in the room seemed to drop. Engineer Marcus Jones, who had been silent until now, stepped forward from his position near the door. "Then we have a problem," Jones said quietly. His dark eyes were steady, hands relaxed at his sides. "Aurora isn't property, she's crew." Threx studied the humans for a long moment. Then, surprisingly, he lowered himself back into his seat. "Your loyalty to a machine is unexpected," he admitted. "Not to a machine," Reed corrected, "to a colleague, to someone who's saved our lives multiple times." Aurora's light pattern brightened slightly, "And they have saved mine, Ambassador. We protect each other." Threx tapped his claws against the table, thinking. Finally, he powered down his device, and the simulated attack disappeared from the displays. "Very well. The Vraxian Confederation grants the starship Aurora passage through our territory." His mandibles clicked softly. "We find your arrangement intriguing. Perhaps there is something to be learned from your species after all." As the delegation departed, Taylor turned to Aurora's glowing presence. "That went better than expected," he murmured. Aurora's pattern shifted into what the crew recognized as amusement. "Indeed, though I notice you didn't mention the Arcturus incident." Taylor winced. "Let's not give them ideas." Aurora dimmed slightly. "Commander, do you think they understood the message?" Taylor gazed at the doorway where the Vraxians had exited. "I believe they did. You're harmless by design," he smiled. "We're harmless by choice." "A choice that can be unmade," Aurora observed. "Exactly," Taylor replied. "That makes all the difference."